What's up, guys? My name is Owner Haas. This is the HasMedia Podcast, the #1 marketing podcast in the world. I'm with my co-host,
Okan Haas.
I
thought you pointed that way.
And we got a special guest. Great way to start this because he is all about authenticity. Chris Ward Jr. He is a public speaking master and storytelling master and media training, right?
Oh man, thank you. That's awesome. I just learned that about myself.
Well, that's the way to market, right?
Yeah, it's the way to market.
So just tell us a little bit about the like what you do, who you work with, and just kind of give us a little bit of background to the viewers, and we'll just kind of get into it.
Yeah, just simply put, people trust me to make sure that I help them resonate and deliver talks that connect with their audience. They can be professional athletes, they can be founders and leaders. It really doesn't matter. As long as you want to connect with your audience, then you're calling me first.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this? I mean, we met probably 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So how long were you doing this for, and what got you interested into helping people do this?
It's a great question. It's about 8 years ago
Yeah.
when we kind of met.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
I first started. To really get into it, I want you to imagine this. Imagine it's your first day on the job. You don't know anything. You don't know anyone, and you're trying to figure out the system. You're trying to figure out the company culture. And for some reason, people that should be helping you is not helping you, right? And you have to try to find your way to kind of find your footing. And so I said, I don't really know much about sales, but what I do know is how to connect. So I started figuring out how can I connect with people's stories and then connect it to the product or service that I'm selling. After doing that, years later, I just kept getting promotion after promotion after promotion. Became a director at the company I was working at the time. And I was forced to go on stage because my coworker was having a nervous breakdown. We know public speaking is like the #1 fear for most people.
Yeah.
And she was definitely showcasing that at that moment. So she said, you have to do it. And I said, I'm not supposed to do it. But she's like, I can't do it. What would you do if you know your company is riding on this conversation, is riding on this talk you're about to have? What would you do?
I'd be like, pay me a lot of money.
I should have. You know what? You should have been my advocate for that moment. And yeah, the company needs to help,
Yeah.
right?
So you needed to step up at that moment.
Yeah, of course, man. And it was only my second week on the job.
Holy.
Right? This new position, second week. So I get up on stage and I said, hey, just give me a little bit of history about our connection with this company so that I know how to bridge the gap. And that's lesson #1. You always got to know how to bridge the gap when you're a storyteller, right? So they told us that they helped us during the time that we had, that big hurricane flood in New Jersey during the time. So that's what the story was all about.
Was that Sandy?
Sandy.
Oh, wow.
So I just talked about Sandy. And
that was your first public speaking event?
It wasn't my first public speaking event. Was at 10 actually.
Oh, wow,
and we'll definitely talk about that.
Okay.
But my first professional storytelling speaking moment for a organization was for that company.
Got it.
How'd
And
it go?
I mean, man, the message got all the way up to the CEO.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was cool, man. And they put me on a fast track for management because of it.
What was that feeling like when your coworker was saying to you, you got to do it, I can't do this? What was that initial thought in your mind before going up on the stage?
It took me back to when I was 10 years old. Yeah, that moment where I had my first public speaking experience. And you can imagine being 10 years old and you're about to speak in front of 50 to 70 people. How would you feel?
I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
At the same time, I was like, no, I'm not doing it, right?
Yeah.
And that's how I felt. And I remember someone in the crowd said, it's okay, baby, take your time. And this was my moment, right? This was that moment that I remembered, like, okay, let me just take my time. I know she's panicking and she's breaking down, but let me take my time. Let me figure out what we need to do. And that's what it took me back to when I was ready to go.
It's awesome, man. So 10 years old, that got you ready kind of to get into that professional speaking on stage. What was the aftermath of that? What happened?
Which one, the 10-year-old?
No, the professional.
Oh, the professional one? Oh, man, so many people heard about the moment that happened. I got a personal conversation with the CEO, and we talked about personal mentorship. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, which in your second week, I think anybody would kill for that, right?
Yeah, 100%.
absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, it was cool.
Did you end up staying with the company or?
No, man. You know what? I realize I'm the type of person that I'm what you call a positive disruptor. Have you heard that term before?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I never heard that.
What do you think it means?
Probably changing views of people in a positive way.
Okay, I like that. What about you?
I would say, yeah, probably just changing the perspective of, the norms in a positive direction.
Love that. You guys are good. You guys really are brothers. 'Cause it's very similar, right? So positive disrupting is when you go to a space and regardless if things are working or not, you disrupt the status quo.
Got it.
And I realized that that's something that I did frequently. And so I didn't stay at places too long because of it,
Right.
because people don't like change. So I was at this place in positive disrupting, leading my team. And we came to that crossroads where, like in any relationship, we got to have a talk. You guys know what that means.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Right. So what's crazy is as they were ready to have this talk, I was already booking myself out of the space.
Okay.
I had packed all my bags and all my things, and I was going to quit in 2 weeks anyway. And so they ended up letting me go. And then 2 weeks later, I get a call that someone heard my podcast on imposter syndrome
Oh, wow.
Okay.
in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
And so in February, I went to the Philippines to speak at a servant leadership conference, working with security officers there, and was featured in Yahoo News.
That's awesome, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
It's crazy the power of social media and having a platform, right?
Yeah.
It was very like when we started 3-4 years ago, it was still very, what's the word for it? Like, I don't know if this is the right way, but taboo, I guess.
Could be.
Right? Like
Yeah.
people didn't want to put themselves on social media whatsoever. And they thought that the people that were putting themselves out there, oh, you're stupid, or, you're just putting whatever out there, you're speaking your opinion. And then now 4 years later, this is everything that you have to do to create business and generate business, right? Like the entire marketing space has been shifted, and it's whoever creates the best creative, has the best storytelling, has the best speaking skills, and can really connect with their audience is the number one key. And, we've seen it time after time where the true authenticity that comes out with the people that we work with are usually the people that end up exploding on social media, right? So, and you have to be some type of, positive disruptor, right? And you have to have a story that goes with it that people will buy into.
Yeah.
So you help people do that.
For sure.
How do you do it for yourself? Like what got you into, because I know at one point you weren't really posting on social media, and then what was the change to be like, okay, I gotta get my message out there?
Oh man, there were so many people out there that say, you help us, but no one else knows you're out there. And this is probably what you guys deal with on a daily basis, working with your clients, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Phenomenal people. You meet them and they're like, why? You should have 1 million followers. You should have 2 million followers, because the value you're giving is phenomenal. So for me, it was like, okay, whenever I need to reach the audience, I need to make sure I post. And that's why you started to see it kind of, the snowball effect start to happen. Yeah.
So do you do all that yourself?
Yeah.
Damn, it's a lot of work.
Yeah. Listen, man. Sometimes I'm like, what's my man name from the town? Actor.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck. If you ever notice that when other people produce him, he's not good. But when he produces himself, yeah, like the town is amazing because he produced himself, right? So there's a stage where I know I'm going to transition out, but right now I'm producing myself the right way, and I like the way I show up, because authenticity at the end of the day is the most important aspect and value that I want to showcase to others. Because when people come to me and they say, hey, teach me how you do what you do, the first detail we're getting to is their authenticity.
Right. And I feel like that's probably one of the biggest challenges that most people have when trying to, do storytelling or speaking to an audience or connecting with an audience. It's that not, being your true self. But then I think what people battle with is like, what are people going to think about me? right? It's like the biggest fear that people have. Oh, they're going to judge me. And it's like that, the guy Kyle who we work with, he always says, like once you don't care about what anybody thinks, like you're free, essentially. So trying to get to that point, I feel like for a lot of people, it's a huge battle if they're trying to connect with an audience. You know what I mean? So
yeah, we can help them right now.
Yeah.
You guys want to take you through an exercise? So if you're listening right now and to the #1 marketing podcast out there with the #1 media team out there, you got to make sure that you pay attention. So write this down. This is very important. There's a concept that's called a canon event. Have you guys heard that before?
No.
Okay, you actually have, and you don't even know it. How many of you have read a Spider-Man comic or watched the movie?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. A canon event is something that has to happen. You can't go around it. You can't navigate around it. You have to go through it. So what would you say Spider-Man's canon event is?
When he lost his abilities.
Not that one. No.
Like something to do with Mary Jane?
Most people would say that, but it's actually Uncle Ben.
Right, that's true.
Uncle Ben dying. Because he gave him a phrase, he gave him a word that actually helped him become the hero that he is today. Right? I think we all know the term is with great what was it? With great power
comes great responsibility.
See, you guys already knew it.
Yeah.
All right, you already knew it. And that's what a canon event is. Every single person that starts a business, every single person that has a vision has a canon event that they went through. And when you tap into that, that's the story you tell. Because as you move along through that canon event, someone that's on the same path as you, that's just a couple of steps behind you, is about to experience that. And they need some guidance, not an expert. They need an enthusiast and some guidance to help guide them through that experience.
That's pretty cool. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm like playing that image in my head.
I'm trying to figure out what it was for me.
Well, because
but I think I know.
The big thing I was listening. I mean, I don't know if this relates, but I was listening to a Tony Robbins podcast and Theo Vaughn, and he talks about like just openings. That when you realize that a certain event happens where you got to drop a habit or dive into like the person that you're trying to become. There's only a certain opening that happens, and once you realize it, you got to take it right away.
So is that canon event? Is that what you're referring to?
It can be, right? I think for Tony Robbins, I believe he mentioned it many times about being poor enough to like not having food on the table. And so he had to look within. Yeah. And if you ever notice when people go to his events, he's tapping in internally first before he talks about the external.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by canon event. It's something that you can't, like once you go through it, you can't even turn it off because you've learned so much value, you've taken so much value from it.
So is it a past memory?
It can be. I can show you how to do it right now, actually.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you guys, you're going to do this too, all right? It's my team back there. So close your eyes. Close your eyes. And what I want you to think of is the most positive memory that you can think of right now. The most positive memory. For some people, it's eating with grandma on a Sunday at her dinner table. For others, it's going to the beach with friends. For others, it's watching their baby brother born and come home for the first time. When you have that memory, I want you to open your eyes and tell me exactly what it is.
I think I got it.
Yeah. Let's go with it.
I mean, probably just like, it was beach with friends, though, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Just being in the sun, like stuff like that. But it was probably when I went to school in Florida.
Okay.
So it was just like that, like really good weather, you know, really close friends, good times, stuff like that.
Now, what feeling came across as you were thinking about that time? What emotion started to tap in?
Just positivity. Yeah.
Now, is positivity an important value in your life?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. How have you used that to help build this media company and the relationships?
I don't like to surround myself with negative people. Like once I start feeling it, it's away. And then if I feel positivity and forward thinking, and that I like to bring those people close. So that's definitely something that's probably why we stick along together.
That's why I like this guy.
But I mean, sometimes we do have like, you know, we will be in a negative mindset, but we'll break each other out of it. You know what I mean? So we hold each other accountable when, dude, you're being negative, man. Like stop. boom, it stops. You know what I mean? So
Wow, that's key.
yeah.
Watch this. What's yours?
Well, I had 2. Is that cool?
Yeah, this is your
Okay.
podcast.
All right, I don't know. I don't know what a canon event is. That's why. One was getting engaged,
Hmm.
and the other one was when me and my brother like figured out what we want to do.
Okay, tell me about the emotion about you and your brother.
It was like relief.
Mm.
It was clarity,
Mm.
and I felt this. I felt like this momentum, like something higher, pushing us forward.
Okay, love that. So we have positivity and we have this momentum pushing forward. And watch this. What's the fiance emotion you felt when you became engaged?
Just love,
Hmm.
you know, just having, because I'm very emotional for the people that I surround myself with, and I love everybody that's in my circle, and I'm always making sure that, like, I guess I want everybody else to be happy first.
Hmm.
You know, I feel that first, and like that I go above and beyond for any client that we've ever brought on, for people that we bring into our organization. Like, I legit, like, genuinely care about them.
Boom, right there. So when you bring those two together, the emotions and the values, your value is a passport into someone else's world. So when you know your positivity and you know that love that you're looking for, you bring it onto the table, and then when you speak, it comes out authentically. You're not processing anymore because you already live it. You already are it, right? So now when it comes out of your mouth, people are like, dang, I really like these guys. Yo, I like these guys, or I want to work with these guys.
Yeah.
And they don't really know what's the difference between like you guys and someone else. Like they can't really put their eye on it or their hand or their finger on it. They just know it feels right.
Mm-hmm.
How do you tap into that?
You just did.
But like, how do you always tap into it?
So when I work with pro athletes, right, they get the worst questions sometimes, right? They
Yeah.
get these terrible media questions where they're getting trapped. So what I tell them to do is before they go talk to the media is to close their eyes and do exactly what I just taught you guys. And one of the players right now, he's being compared to Ohtani as the next one, right?
Mm.
So you can imagine the pressure he probably has on his shoulders. So what we decided to do with him is say, what's a moment where you were carefree and you just felt good? He closed his eyes and he thought about his grandparents and his cousins. And he just started to smile. And I said, every time you're about to go speak to the media, that's the memory you tap into because it will come out. That's how you do it. And it takes repetition, of course.
Mm-hmm.
The more you do it, the easier it gets. Before I even came in here, I did that in the car. I made myself feel like I've been on this podcast before. These are my guys. I don't say yes if these are not my guys, right? If it wasn't my guys, then I would be a little nervous.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what you guys are going to talk about.
True.
Mm.
But because I said in my mind, I said yes, which means these are my guys, it tapped into a memory that I had when I was in high school, that everyone that sat at my table was my guys. And if we're going to sit down, we're going to have a good conversation.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, this is why, I mean, that's crazy. Because when you did ask the question, right, it felt very natural.
Mm.
And sometimes I feel like when people, especially on a podcast setting, it feels very unnatural.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're speaking, it's very choppy. You know what I mean? But when that came, like when I was speaking from that, it's very fluid.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So I think it's very, very cool.
Yeah,
So
it's-
it's very fluid and it just comes out naturally when you ask those questions. And I tapped into that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I
just-
like that.
It's funny that you say that too. It's just, you know, why clients feel a certain way when that authenticity comes out, because this whole last couple of weeks of talking to you about what we're doing, but just before with the full stack marketing and really helping businesses align with the right marketing, right? Not trying to do too many things at once.
Mm.
I've literally been when I tap into those emotions without even realizing that I do it, because I get very excited for the other person.
Boom.
And I get very emotional for the other person because it's like they've been screwed over before.
Mm.
They've been, they don't know what they're doing, and there's a lot of companies out there that also don't know what they're doing.
Mm.
But I know in my heart when we work with somebody that even if I don't know, we'll figure it the fuck out.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
it's our job. It's our job for us to figure out their marketing strategy and implement it. It's their job to work on their business.
Yeah.
So if they're have to constantly come back to the marketing. They should always oversee the marketing. As a business owner, you should know what's going on with your marketing.
For sure.
Right? You should always be overseeing that. But there's a lot of technical stuff that you need a team for, essentially. So
but
we just make sure that we're results driven with it. You know what I mean?
That part right there is very important for you guys.
Yeah.
Right. So I want you to look at yourself as when you were younger, did you ever go to a museum, like a school trip?
Yeah.
Right. When you go into the museum and they have like that one person there that's going to give you the tour, usually that person is not necessarily an expert. That person is just an enthusiast. They're so excited about what you are about to learn that they take you to all the cool spots and keep it simple. That's what you guys do. You are tour guides, helping them through the process. Yes, they got to work on their business, but at the end of the day, if I don't feel good about working on my business, I may not work on my business.
Yeah.
But if you make me feel good about working on my business, the results are going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys are really important, man, what you do.
Oh, yeah,
Thanks, man. I think like my point was the last few phone calls I got off of, which is funny because it's funny that you said that canon event thing. They kept every person, like at the end of the phone call, I just feel like I could trust you guys. You know what I mean? And like that for me, I'm like, not only am I like, yes, it's going to be a sale or whatever, but I'm like, I got their back. You know what I mean? And that's very important to me because I don't want somebody to scale up a business on a terrible foundation, right? Or
they might not even get there.
Or not even get there,
That's a
right?
good point.
So it's just, I think it's important to have some type of internal value. And we've been doing entrepreneur operating system, EOS, and we had to build out core values for our business. And there's two different things that you look at, and one of them is you create core values. And the way that he took us through the example was you name a couple people from friends, family, and then a couple of people that are just famous and that you really like or whatever. And he basically says, who are these people that if you worked with, if you had 100 of them, you'd be able to take over the world. And then so you list those people out, then you list the values out, and then you have like 100 different values, and then you got to keep, kill, or combine. And then you scrunch it down to like 5 to 7, and then from there, whoever you bring into your organization, are they positive, negative, or negative? And they have to basically
check. They can only check some.
Yeah, they have to check off majority of those core values
For sure.
And then after that, it's do they want it, do they get it, and do they love it? Do they love it, right?
Or do they want it? Do they get it?
And do they love it?
Yeah.
And do they love it? And it has to be at least a yes, no. But the only caveat is if they don't want it, if the no is on that they don't want it, it's
you
like,
can't change their mind.
You can't change their mind on it.
Okay, so I have a question for you then.
Yeah.
All right, I got a question for you guys. What if you have to do that in real time? You meet someone, you have 60 seconds, kind of like a blind date. 60 seconds to determine, is this person in our core value space? How do you determine that?
60 seconds?
You got 60 seconds.
That's tough.
Is there a question?
So
you have to have some good questions.
You have to ask some good questions, right?
Yeah.
So
one of our questions is, do you believe in aliens?
Ooh. So if you get a yes, what happens?
Then it's like, okay, thank God.
Like, we like him. We like this guy.
Exactly.
We like this guy.
And the reason why we came up with that was because our other guy that we work with, that we also do the L10 with his business, because we're kind of like partnered in his business.
He's big into Bigfoot.
Yeah, Bigfoot, aliens, and all these different things. But
conspiracies.
He's keeping you on your toes.
Yeah. One of our core values is like don't be a square. And so like it's like we came up with that question because we were like, how can we ask a question that would be, you're not a square, you're not like the normal person, and it's, do you believe in Bigfoot or aliens?
Let's go.
So if you say yes to those, you're a part of our core value.
You're our people, man.
Yeah.
All right,
100%.
I like it. Okay. Could I add to it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay. All right. So there is this concept where if you have 60 seconds, there's 3 different types of audiences that you speak to.
Okay.
There is the green audience that trusts you. You guys already know who they are. They trust you. As soon as they hear you, they're like, man, I like these guys. I'm going to work with them. Then you have the red audience, which is, okay. I hear what they're saying, but maybe not my type of people. And then you have this middle. So if we're looking at a traffic light, some people say yellow or orange. Which one are you guys? Yellow light or orange?
I'm a yellow.
Yellow light?
Like, what do you mean by that?
The traffic light, some people say it's orange.
Oh, yeah, it's yellow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys deserve each other. Okay,
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool. What about you guys? So yellow, orange?
Yellow.
Yellow? Yeah, I knew it.
What?
I already knew it. I already knew it. I was like, he's going to go against the green. I already know. So when you see a yellow light, do you speed up, keep the same pace, or you slow down?
I keep the same pace, I think.
Same pace.
Depends how I'm feeling.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are your audiences. They may have your values, but depending on where they are in the journey, they may be green, yellow, or red. So how do you determine that? You determine it by, yes, you know your values, but it's what you believe in versus what the world believes in. So there's this statement that I do, and this is what it sounds like. Before I speak to an audience, like the last audience, I was at the MGM in Springfield, and it's 75 female business owners. And they're looking at this guy like, why are you at an all-women's event and you're the only male speaker, right? The pressure, right?
Yeah.
So the first thing I say is, I tell a little quick story about my son, but then I say, I believe our greatest pain becomes our strongest motivation. So behind every why, there's a story with the gift discovered. So I'm going to say it one more time. I believe our greatest pain becomes our strongest motivation. So behind every why, there's a story with the gift discovered. Which part of that statement do you resonate with the most?
Behind every why.
Say it one more time.
Motivation, there's a gift
Good,
discovered.
good,
There's a
good.
gift. There's a gift discovered.
There's a gift discovered.
I think I resonated with the first part.
First part.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I resonate with the last part.
Ah, that's interesting. Both of you guys share values that I share, but you resonated with 2 different aspects of my statement. Here's why this is important. Depending on someone's life and where they are in their journey, what you believe in will either bring them towards you or they'll reject or push them away from you. So the people, if you only have 60 seconds, you got to tell them what you believe in right away, because those are the people that you want to work with. At least give a second chance to build on those values that you talked about. So that's what I do. I share it out to the audience, and now the audience is like, I'm going to listen to this guy because that one statement I resonate with. Not that I understand, not that I care a lot about, something resonating about this message. When you do that, you kind of you can go on a blind date, which is what we do when we're talking about services and gaining new clients. You're going on a blind date. And if you can share that one statement that helps them resonate, they may press the button and say, I don't want to move on to anyone else. Let me hear what you have to say more. So think about that. Most businesses, what they tend to do is to try to tell someone how great they are already. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a red flag.
Right? So let's just say you guys are on a blind date, right?
I love that you just said that.
Yeah, so good.
Because that is like our our thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
See, my guys, I told
Yeah.
you, my guys. So let's say you're on a blind date, and I'm going to have you answer first, you answer second. The first person comes up to you, and she's like, she's telling you all of her life story. In 2 minutes. You only have 2 minutes, okay? And then your person comes up, and she asks questions about you, and then shares a little bit about her. Okay, you answer first. How would you respond to that?
If somebody was coming at me with their whole life story
2 minutes.
in 2 minutes,
2 minutes, because that's speed blind dating. That's what you do in 2 minutes. You got to get it across.
oh, like my
How would you respond to that if she was giving you her whole life story? Would you check her off the list, or would you say I want to hear more?
I think it depends on the situation, but Can you give me the scenario?
Nope. So you gotta go with who you are first, right?
Okay.
Think about what you believe in.
Okay.
She's giving you everything, her entire life story in 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Is she worth keeping on the list, or do you check her off?
She's worth.
Think about it.
I know this one. It's easy.
What about you?
It's just because I feel like I would check her off because I feel like when they're just talking about themselves constantly, then it's, I don't really care about anyone else. It's about me, right? So there's that. But if it's, I want to know about you, like I'm saying, I want to know about you. And everybody likes to talk about themselves, right? So it's that a little bit. I don't know if that answered the question, but
yeah, you do know. Yeah, you know. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
All right, we're coming back to our other bro.
It depends how they're giving the life story.
See, right there.
There is a disconnect there though. Throughout, like I know that there is that.
There's a disconnect there. So when you say what you believe in, but you don't have a chance to say it, that person is probably your red light. Because there's so much going on in their mind.
Somebody's like cutting me off or just telling their whole
She has
story?
2 minutes just to speak to you. And she's telling you everything.
And she hasn't asked me for anything?
Not one thing.
Oh, dude, yeah, check her off the list.
Yeah, she has to go off the list.
Right.
But we don't recognize that right away.
I think I was focusing on the life story part.
That's why.
Wait, what?
That's why. Think about it. When we talk to clients, they're giving us their life story from where they were to this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you're looking like, I think I can help. I think I can help. But that can't be the focus. It has to be a win-win.
Yeah, it has to be a back and forth.
I definitely have that problem.
That's how
we actually.
I know you have that problem. You actually magnify that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
No, I'm saying we like.
Well, he magnified it.
We put it on the under the microscope this week, and we're like, we can't be doing that anymore.
But that's how storytelling helps you.
Well, I feel like I have a radar for that. Like I feel it. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't want to be speaking too much because I genuinely want to know what their story is, right? And then vice versa. But if it's, them constantly and it's just them, right? Then it's, all right, this person, do they even care that I exist? Like, you know what I mean? So there's that balance.
Yeah.
What about,
and I think that's a skill with just even conversationally, right?
100%.
Yeah. It's actually understanding that your story is important and their story is important, but there has to be a bridge of connection.
Absolutely.
What about the sales calls that I do? It's not about, I'm not telling them about how I'm going to be the best and do all this stuff for them. It's more of, sometimes I am talking more than them, but I'm helping them put the pieces together to find the root problem of their business. So I'm trying to find value for them for the sale, but also trying to help them find the root issue of their actual, like, what's going on with their marketing plan. Because they don't really know.
Okay.
Right, but can you ask the right questions for them to say it? And then
probably.
I think because a lot of times what you will do is you will just go because you just want to give all the information that you possibly can because you care so much that he'll just get it all out.
Yeah.
This is turning into a therapy session.
Hey, that's what it's about, brother. That's what it's about.
And then I feel like sometimes maybe they don't have a chance to speak.
Dude, he just Miyagi does. He's acting like
He actually did. You broke in.
Yeah. I needed to connect first, guys.
Once you just said that, I was like, you just asked the right question.
He's doing what he's teaching. Oh man,
that's sick though.
Yeah,
that's a skill, man.
That right there, that's storytelling.
Yeah,
it's knowing where the dots connect. And I'm actually gonna help you right now. Anyone that's watching this and listening to this, if you feel like you want to help people so much that maybe not that you over talk, but you're already coaching them before they even sign the dotted line. I'm going to show you how to fix that. So my sales calls, discovery calls are about 20 minutes or less.
Okay.
If it goes over 20 minutes, then that person's probably not working with me.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question you want to ask is, what do you like, keyword, what do you like best about what you do?
What do you like best about what you do?
What do you like best about what you do?
Okay.
Actually, tell me, what do you like best about what you do and what do you like best about what you do?
This is easy.
I like showing people or businesses how to gain control over a certain aspect of their business. Because they don't know.
Gain control over access because they don't know. Okay.
I like the creativity like creating out of nothing. So creating something out of nothing. And then just the entrepreneurial spirit, being my own, you know, almost like your own person, right? You're not working for somebody else.
Yeah, that's important. That's very important. So, okay, if that's what you guys like best about what you do, what do you like least about what you do? What do you like least?
It's like a love-hate thing, I'd say, that I have. It's like the overbearing stress. But I like the stress at the same time because I know there's like something else coming on the other side of that.
So love-hate with the stress.
Yeah,
that
it's like
comes
this,
from
it's like
work.
it's the obstacle. It's the challenge. So like it's a love-hate with the challenge.
Okay.
Love-hate with the challenge.
Yeah.
All right.
You can't
like,
borrow his answer.
No,
I see you. Don't, just because you're brothers, you can't borrow his answer.
I think
that was pretty good, right?
That was really good. So you know what? I think next podcast.
the love-hate podcast. No, I would say, what do I hate?
What did I say? Hate? Or did I say like least?
Oh, like least.
True.
Like least.
I didn't know you hated this bit.
All right, back it up. He hates this.
The least, I would say, the traveling part.
I thought you liked that.
I like being in the car, but then like yesterday just threw me into a freaking, I don't even know, man. It was exhausting. I was just in traffic for fucking 8 hours.
Oh yeah, that'll do it to you. Yeah. 8 hours.
And then we've just been talking about scaling for the last few weeks and implementing this EOS stuff, and I'm like, we need to find somebody to do this part because I can't attend to. That's it. The least, the thing that I like the least is having to attend to everybody at the same time, or feeling like that.
So,
Yeah, it sucks.
well, I know we don't have much time,
Yeah.
but the next question would be, so if this is what you like the most and this is what you like the least, shape the world for me. What's your ideal world? If that wasn't a factor anymore, what would that look like?
I'd say, I mean, it's something that we talked about before we got on the podcast, but just having a team to be able to manage that for us. And because I think what I'm good at is from the EOS standpoint, I'm more the visionary. My brother's the integrator. And I love throwing the vision and bringing people to show them what's possible, like and helping them believe that it's possible. Where Okan, and he shares that part too, but he's also like, okay, well, this is the technical roadmap to do it.
Yeah, it's like I feel like he's up here, which we need, and I'm down here, like making sure that it comes to reality. So I guess for a client standpoint, if I have 20, I'd rather spend 15 to 30 minute phone calls getting them to that vision where the team can go and do that for us. Implement it.
And if he gets those people there, what do you see as your responsibility once he
making sure that they connect the dots and it physically happens? So like, is it an email? Is it meeting them in person? Is it a handshake? Is it papers what is the next logical like step to make sure that we get the process actually happens? And then I can kind of see the bigger picture from him, because I like ideas to him come like constantly. A lot of them aren't, we don't do a lot of them, but there are like gems in there, which I'll be like, oh, that's a great idea, and then we'll both connect on it, and then we both have that energy to like bring it to make it life.
Like I'll bring that.
love that.
I'll bring that vision, and my brother is just like, all right, that's good, dude. That's awesome, but how the fuck are we gonna make that happen?
See, look, you see how that just right there? That's actually those 3 questions right there. Now I have 4 more.
Okay.
Do we have time?
Yeah, we're good.
What time is it?
We're good. We're good on time.
It's 40 minutes in.
Oh,
yeah,
sure.
we're good.
Let's do it.
Oh, we're
then.
good.
All right, let's do it then. Okay, so if that's your ideal world, right? Who supports you guys? Because it seems like you're supporting everyone else. Who do you run to for support?
Each other.
Yeah. Actually.
Yeah. And how has that dynamic helped, but also how has that dynamic maybe limited?
How's it helped?
Helped your business, yeah. Going to each other.
We're very like, at least I'm very competitive with him, and I think he's very, maybe not as competitive, but I want him to be more competitive. But like that, like pushing each other beyond belief. You know what I mean? So that's good.
We definitely have that.
Yeah, we do, 100%.
He's like, agreed.
But also when our worlds are falling apart, or if my world is falling apart, or vice versa, like we're there for each other. Be like, dude, like we fucking got this shit.
Yeah.
That the minute I hear my brother come to me and say, we got this shit,
yeah,
I'm like I snap out of it. I'm like, well, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I snap out of it.
That's a t-shirt, by the way. Just put it on, everybody on the staff, we got this shit, right?
Yeah,
And my brother's keeper, right?
Yeah. What was
That's
the
for free.
second, what was
That's
the
for free.
second question?
So the second question is, how do you believe it, how is it limiting
Oh, how's it limiting?
your business at the same time?
That's a good question.
I think there's pressure that we both have to be.
That we're coming to each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's it limiting?
Yeah.
Because we are with each other 24/7. So
Yeah.
there's no third perspective. There's no outside perspective. We get stuck in the same perspective. That's the limiting part for sure.
Okay, that's the limiting part. So, what you guys are smart. You're doing it together. We see the limiting part. What do you believe is the number one detail holding you back from getting to that next level? And
Holding each other back, or individually?
Individually, yeah.
What
do you believe is that one detail holding you back? Because you shaped the ideal world for me already, right? So what do you believe is the number one detail that's holding you back from moving forward and actually achieving it?
Dude, this is fire questions. Like, I'm not even lying. This is crazy good.
Appreciate it. If you have an answer already.
I don't think I do.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
So what was it again?
So because you shaped the ideal world for me,
Right.
what do you believe is the number one detail that's holding you back
Number one detail that's holding you back.
from reaching that goal?
I'd say it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be an individual thing. It could be like a team thing.
If you believe it's a team thing, whatever you believe it to be and whatever you believe it to be.
I think I know.
I think I know too.
Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait.
But it's not even it's not even a great question. I mean, answer though.
We don't know until we hear it.
Yeah, I think ours is the fire that me and my brother have.
Mm-hmm.
Like the people that we hire
Mm.
or get onto the team, like I need them to have that same fire.
Okay.
And I think like how do we translate if I can translate what I feel better to my team, then I know that my team's got my back.
I can train. Okay. Key. Hold on to that.
Yeah, I'd say revenue comes through the door, but I look at it like, yeah, that's good. Like, I guess an analogy would be like, I can go sell something on the street or whatever, right? But there's nothing in place, no system in place to be able to have that thing selling constantly. So there is that, and it's building, but it's not set up yet where it's, it's on rapid fire.
See how we have two different minds?
I love it. I love it. Okay. So here's the next question, right? And it's a little weird one.
Yeah.
How do you see me helping you reach your goal?
You fucking Mr. Miyagi.
That's great. I think I know. I think even just on this podcast, I feel this is probably the most comfortable podcast I've ever been on.
Yeah.
And I mean that.
Seriously.
I mean that. Just, I think being able to maybe express myself a little bit better. Because I definitely do want to learn how to speak better. And just right now, I feel like it's easier for me to speak better just off of the questions that you kind of asked.
Yeah.
So
Thank you for sharing.
yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
I'd say
I think you could have influence with that too. You know what I mean? And I think if you can't get your thoughts, I don't mean to cut you off there, but if you can't get your thoughts across properly, then you're not communicating with the world properly. You know? So
That's a bar.
yeah, so I think just that would be huge. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard. I feel like you'll be saying things to people, but they maybe just don't get it fully. It's like 90% there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, why don't they understand? You know what I mean?
I said it clearly, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, that's just like more of like an abstract thing, but like, you know what I mean? Like refining that. I think if I could refine that,
Yeah.
it would be
Keyword.
powerful, especially for kind of like what we're doing. I mean, we're on camera. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Hold on to that word too, refining.
yeah.
It's a key word for you.
I have like a background story that I kind of added to this.
Oh, listen, this is your podcast,
No,
man.
yeah. No, because I like this, because it's like, how can you help me? I think getting the true, authentic me out, right? I feel like myself got trapped somewhere along the journey. And I actually talked about this to my brother, like, probably a few months ago. But we realized it on one of our podcasts that we stutter sometimes. And I think that comes from not being confident. And I don't know where that...
I don't know how that happened.
I was never like that before.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can realize... I don't know if you realize now, but I'm doing it very minimal on this podcast for the first time.
Yeah.
So it's weird.
Let's go.
But I think, something happened along the journey that self-confidence didn't get through or click. And I find myself stuttering or stumbling upon my words.
When we're trying to, not like when we're just speaking normally, but it's more like, I think when we get into that business mindset.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense because you know you have something to offer, and is this going to be rejected? Or is it even going to are you going to give me a chance?
And I think it goes back to like, am I saying this right? You know what I mean? And then, do I do that? And then it's like this, now I'm in my head, and you know what I mean?
And you get caught in a loop.
Yeah, for sure.
That actually is a real detail.
Yeah.
The loop it's the shame loop.
Yeah.
Right? You believe you said something one way. It wasn't really received the way that you intended for it to be received. And now you feel a little bit of shame that you didn't say it the proper way. And then the loop continues.
I've had that my whole life, actually.
Many people have it.
So that's a common thing.
It's common. That's where imposter syndrome is kind of born.
Yeah.
I think that comes from me I just know that I have a lower tone voice. And as I was growing up, my friends, whenever we were in conversation, like I would never be heard. Like they would keep talking.
It's the tone. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's the tone. It's definitely the tone.
Look what you guys are doing. You are tapping into the story, your own story, to reveal where your areas of opportunity of growth and refining are. Right? So that's why storytelling is powerful, right? And then, the last question I really would ask is,
when do we get started?
Most people would say that's the next the statement. But actually, I would say thank you both for sharing all the details about your life. Right? Never call them things, always details. Thank you for sharing the details of your life. Would it be okay if I repeat back what I believe I heard? So since you guys gave me the okay. So, and then usually I would tell them to close their eyes.
Okay.
All right? What I heard from both of you were two brothers that believe in each other so much that you refused to allow each other to fail. You know what it's like to have people in your so-called in your corner, and they said they would support you, and then when there was time where the fire got really hot, they walked away. And you refused to walk away from each other, not only because of the positivity that you want to bring to the world, but because of the love that you have for each other. And although you like the part about motivating people to move forward, or the technical aspect of the roadmap to execute, you know that it's more than just the action that you're doing. It's the values that you bring to the table, the values that you want in your clients, because they are also a representation of you. And sometimes that can get really difficult because you're only one person. You're only one team. And though you're not as big as the other teams that are out there, spending 8 hours in a car, I could probably reach out and help more people if I could expand myself and duplicate myself more. But then I start hearing the younger version of me saying, you're not speaking with a strong enough tone. Or maybe your creative approach is not good enough. And then you're asking, this guy that's on a podcast right now, Mr. Miyagi, he said, Mr. Miyagi, is he really taking us through this sales call right now live on the podcast? Well, I'm glad he did, because I'm tapping into some amazing value about myself right now. And I know the details that I want to fix. Open your eyes.
Dude, that was good, man.
Yeah, that's sick. I got goosebumps when you were saying that.
Oh, man.
I could see you like just saying that on a stage. That's really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did I miss any detail, guys?
I don't think so. I mean, I think you covered it, right?
Did you miss any detail?
I mean, it was pretty spot on.
Yeah, it's pretty spot on.
I'm sure there's more detail. There's always more detail.
There's always more detail, but remember, I'm thinking in my head 20 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? So once you say, no, you're spot on, and I say, you probably have some questions you have for me.
Yeah.
And the first detail they're going to ask is, well, first I would say, based on you saying that I was spot on, I now know I can help you. I don't say I can help you from the beginning.
Yeah.
That's what this call is actually about. This is what this talk is all about. I want to know if I can actually help you. And if I can't help you, I'll pass it on to someone else that can help you. That's usually my first statement.
Yeah.
So now that we're at this point, because this is the story we're taking them through, then I can say, based on what you shared with me, I know I can help you.
Gotcha.
Now you probably have some questions for me. And the very first question they ask is,
How could you help me?
how much does it cost? How can you help me?
Yeah.
And then that's when you get into however you do your proposal.
Right.
That's sick, dude. And you're in control of the conversation the entire time.
The entire
Well,
time.
the ending of that was very impressive, because you're gathering all that information and you're creating a story in real time, and then you're portraying it back to them.
That's it.
You know, so a lot of people. So that means you're dialed in and you're listening to everything.
Active listening.
Yeah, and that's a skill in itself.
For sure.
And I'm sure did that take some time to learn?
It did, but it actually was just a mindset shift a little bit. It was, I'm hearing them, but I'm not gathering
Yeah.
to give it back to them.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Some people, they listen to you just to hold on to it so they can speak.
Yeah.
When I hear you speak, I'm gathering to say, okay, I want to give this back to them in a way to let them know that it's valuable.
Yeah.
Any detail that you ever gone through in life, it's valuable. Let me share it in a way so you can see how valuable it is.
That's sick.
And that's sales.
Yeah, that's if you boil it down, it's sales.
That's true
Yeah.
sales.
Yeah.
I learned from one of the best.
Wow,
Shout out
that's
to my
really good.
mentor, Ed Wood, and I don't know if he's going to see this on LinkedIn one day, but Ed Wood changed my life when he told me he doesn't sell to people, he changes lives. And I said, well, how do you change lives? He said, I change lives when others talk about what I do without me saying a word.
Yeah, that's
That's
That is,
very
like,
true.
the core message right there.
There's a reason why he's a multimillionaire.
Yeah. That's sick.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That was like
That was like an experience.
that was an awesome
cool.
experience. Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Give an experience.
How could you give an experience on every I mean, sales call, I guess, too. You know what I mean?
Sales calls, stages, podcasts. I've been on a stage where there's 350 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And it looks like I'm talking to all of them, but I'm only just speaking to one person in each
Gotcha.
angle. And by the time I'm done, they're in tears.
Well, what got you into public speaking?
Have you ever heard of, I don't know if you know this lady, her name is Kim Jordan. You ever heard of her before?
I don't know.
No, I don't think
maybe
so.
we've seen her.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe we saw her.
Okay, so Kim Jordan was this amazing project manager, and she always shared that turn your life into a project. Understand the scope of it, stakeholders, and how they apply to your life, and treat your life as a project. So she told me at the age of 10 and 12 that I should go on stage and learn how to speak. So, okay. So I decided to do that. And the story goes, I'm on stage, 300 people in the crowd, and I'm in this competition to raise money for people who need money going to college from marginalized communities. And I'm doing my thing and I'm a little bit nervous. And so I say, you know what? I'm just going to talk about what I know, which is who am I? Who are we as people? Did so well that when I looked up, people were crying. And at first, when people are crying and you're like 10 or 12 years old, do you think you did a good job if they're crying?
Probably not.
Yeah. I'm like, Kim is going to kill me. I ruined this.
No way.
I walked off stage and she just gave me a hug. And I'm like, hold up, that wasn't the response I was looking for.
Yeah.
And she said, you did great. And I said, how do you know I did great? And these people came up to me and they said, young man, I don't know where you came from, but you made me feel something again. And
That's
I was
right.
like, yeah. And I was just like, whoa, like that feeling of, that gave me the confidence that.
Hell yeah.
And then
You discovered your gift.
I discovered it, right? And this is a competition still.
Wait, how old are you?
10 or 12 years old.
That's crazy. Yeah, so that was in you.
Yeah, it's in me, right?
Yeah.
But this is a competition. I want to win, bro. Like, I still want to win this money. Like, what are you talking about, right? Like, I want to win.
Yeah.
So the judges go up, and it's like, and for first place, Stacy Johnson. I was like, oh, no. Stacy comes up to me, and she goes, I want to let you know you did an amazing job. And you would have won if you actually followed the rules. And then I turned to Kim, and I'm like,
The hell?
what rules? You told me I could just talk about whatever I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't let me know that there was actually
Some
points
guidelines, yeah.
I was supposed to speak about.
Mm.
But that wasn't her point of putting me on stage.
But she didn't want to lock you in a box.
That's probably what it was.
So, and she died in 2016
Mm.
from cancer. So she transformed my life. And, you know, most people know her as Kim Jordan, but, you know, I call her mom.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
That's amazing,
awesome,
man.
She was my mom.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. Yeah. I mean, what was the original thing that you said before? The line. It's about discovering your gift.
Our greatest pain becomes our strongest motivation.
Mhm.
So behind every why, there's a story with the gift discovered.
I feel like that's the story of your life, right?
That's what I do.
That's sick.
Every time I work with someone, I see my mom like proud. What she did for me, I'm like, I get to do it for. That was my canon event.
Gotcha.
Going on stage with her and then watching her pass away from cancer, and like I actually saw her last breath really take it. It made me realize how important it is for people to get their voice out.
Yeah.
How important it is for people to express themselves before the time is done. Because once your time is done, there's no more talking.
Yeah.
There's no more message.
He says it all the time.
So that's what it is, bro.
Damn, that's deep.
That's crazy. And going back to just like a little bit of a marketing thing, but because it's the #1 marketing podcast.
Come on, talk about it.
But it's just, I'll say this one thing. It's just awesome because how you deal with people and how you bring their story out. When we work with clients, Kyle was like the first person that introduced us to this type of concept, but just how to create an offer, how to actually resonate with your customers and the people that come onto your brand, right? Like there needs to be an experience. So it was funny when you were saying before that, you know, there's 1,000 companies out there. We've been in business for 25 years or we've been in business for 30 years. It's like, okay, well, what the hell are you doing differently?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we hired a mentor, Sabri, and with him, he was telling, he had a course and then he had live calls. But on one of the courses, he talks about how Casper changed their offer from, 25 years in business or whatever this thing may be, or best mattresses, to 100 nights risk-free. So they did a risk reversal offer. 100 nights risk-free. Why? Because we have the best mattresses on the planet. And that took them from like $1 million company in revenue a year to an 80 million in 1 year.
That's a story.
And yeah, and it's funny because it's like how you're explaining this. Like I could even see like how a corporation can utilize that type of thinking to actually create offers and to tell their brand.
True.
You know what I mean?
It's important. And brand storytelling starts with that, right? You said Sabri, right? From Australia?
Yeah.
Sabri, he's an amazing story. If you ever hear his story, right?
Yeah.
In the garage. Talks about it. It matters.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like you said, if someone's been in business, and I always tell people, if you're a small business owner and you're getting into an industry where they say is saturated, let's just think about it. Every 15, 20 years, something's going to be saturated, right? If someone is good at what they do, they're going to be in business for a long time. What makes you different is your viewpoint and your story on how you got there.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And that's what you guys are doing, right? We talk about marketing, we talk about media. What media and marketing is you give me what you have, and I will amplify it in a way that more people are able to connect with it.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
That's what you guys do, right? But if the story is not there, you can't turn
Yeah, I got you.
man, all right, man. I hear you.
Yeah.
That sounds like his story, but I get
Exactly.
it, right?
Exactly.
So you guys are important, super
Yeah.
important.
And so are you.
Yeah.
Appreciate
And
it.
I feel like there can be some synergies here, with a lot of the people that we work with and vice versa. And that's why we love doing this podcast. It's about building relationships and showing people how different brands and different personal brands market themselves and what they represent. I think it's super important. And even though we don't have like a big viewership base or whatever, it's going to blow up one day.
You have an intimate one.
Yeah, exactly. And there are people watching us, and it's just funny because why we started doing the podcast again is we realized the first time around that there were eyes on us. And a lot of the people that we would talk to outside of social media, they would talk to us and then they would kind of like let the weeks kind of pass by. And as soon as we started doing it, then people start DMing us and messaging us, and it's
We're top of mind.
top of mind.
Even though we're not having like a crazy fine, but it's
You know what I mean? I mean, do great work, and we love working with the clients that we work with. And when a client comes on, like I said before, it's we actually care, and we are definitely, a bigger investment than the average agency. But I would this is my one thing that I use during my sales pitch, or discovery call. But do you want an agency that you pay $500 a month to or $1,000 a month to, and then when they get 50 different companies, all of a sudden you're forgotten about?
yeah, you're just a number.
Or would you rather pay an agency like us where with the money that you're paying, I'm going to have at least one or two people dedicated to your business, so it's always being worked on, right? And people don't understand that. They think cheap is the best way to go because, I can't afford this, I can't. But sometimes paying more money, it fast tracks you. Right, and that's what I try to get people to understand.
But also, it's a long-term game.
Yeah.
It's if you want to get into marketing and marketing for your business, I mean, it's something that you have to really invest into because it's going to work. Marketing works.
It's proven.
It works.
Yeah.
But if you're not taking it seriously, or if you're not applying certain aspects to it, then you're wasting your money. You're wasting your time. But if you're doing it properly, right? If you actually have the right team behind it, you're on the right platforms, everything's optimized, your copy's optimized, your videos are optimized, your SEO is optimized, everything's worked on, and it's a living and breathing thing essentially, right? Because it's constantly have to be worked on, right? Just like people are looking at your stuff, you got to, vice versa with your marketing. So if you have people to implement that and you're in it for the long run, it's going to work, and leads start coming through the door. We've proven it so many times that we're so confident in it,
Yeah.
We've changed people's lives.
There we go. There we go.
You know what I mean?
You're talking about your principles.
Yeah.
Right? At the end of the day, if you have a checklist, right? We talk about offers, and I try to use the terms of like giving someone an appetizer, something that's short of value but has big impact for the entree, right?
Oh yeah.
That's what you're doing. So if you have these principles and you say, do you have 7 out of the 10 principles that we live by? If you do, your business is in good standing. If you don't, you should have hired us yesterday.
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
Yeah, actually.
100%.
And now that you see us, this might be your opportunity to have a conversation
Yeah.
on the discovery call.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, marketing, media is essential.
Yeah.
Essential. We know corporations, like some of the first things they do when they want to cut costs, they'll cut the marketing department, and that's not always the right thing to do.
Nah.
Because you think, we just need more sales, but like you just said, I'm exhausted, bro.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I want to duplicate myself so we can help more people and be more intimate and more full,
Mm-hmm.
right? And a lot of corporations, they don't see it that way. And you know, when I work with some of them, like I had a chance to work on a StreamYard commercial,
Okay.
right? And it was pretty cool.
That's,
And
Nice.
so I'm doing some UGC work for them, and they were like, think of a hook that just works out well for StreamYard, and we know that it's software, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, man, what does every person, at least every man that I know, have in their house? It's like a bag full of tangled wires.
Yeah.
Every man has a bag.
I don't one of those in the office.
Come on, man. You have no idea what you're going to use them for, but it's there. And so that's what I did. I took the tangled wires, and I'm like, oh, man, this sucks trying to set up my podcast every time I do this. And that was the hook, and did the rest. And I went to a podcast conference recently, and they were like, yo, that's StreamYard Chris. That's StreamYard Chris.
That's hysterical.
500,000 views later.
Holy shit.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
That's
Right.
sick, man.
Like you said, the power of marketing and media.
Yeah.
It's key. So if you're watching this right now and you haven't talked to these guys, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, get it together.
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah,
man.
dude. Thank you. Dude, man.
Well, I think we're gonna have to have a part 2
Yeah.
because that was awesome.
Yeah, that was good. That was,
I appreciate
that was
it,
really
guys.
That
good,
was really
man.
awesome, and it you know, I know what you did, and I've seen your social media, but I guess I didn't have an understanding of the
How
level and
depth,
degree.
how
and in
deep
depth
it
it
can
is.
go, yeah.
And anybody that's going to be watching this in the future is in for a friggin' treat, because this is the way to think. You have to think internally, you know. And those were, and just how you brought us through that internal thinking, like you just did that same thing for StreamYard. So it's the same thing. This is the creative process.
Yeah.
And if you don't have that full creativity, or the capacity, right, you'll never be able to kind of break through the barrier.
Facts.
And you know, it's been a pleasure having you on, and we're
Yeah,
definitely
Thanks for
gonna
having me.
Yeah, thank you.
have part 2. Chris Ward Jr. Where can they find you?
At Chris Ward Jr. on all platforms, chriswardjr.com. And anyone that's following this podcast, if you like this podcast, you rated this podcast, and you are following me, I will give you a 15-minute audit of your next talk or speech. So but you have to follow these guys. If you're not doing it, I got kids, man. I don't got time for that.
No,
All right, man.
thanks
Thank
so
you, man.
much.
Thank you.
Of course.
All right.
Sweet.